Alright, welcome back. So, I now want to touch on what is referred to as the orders of design. This is important because I've been drilling or repeating the message quite a bit around this big sort of problem space, complex problems, wicked problems that sit at the top where design is good at, but design is also good sort of further down the stack into designing objects and artifacts and visually appealing things, where it's often sort of that's the dominant flavor of where people interpret design. So really what we've got is right down the bottom here, we're going to call this first order design. And this is where people interact and understand things through symbols. So this is iconography, notation, those types of things that allow you to understand the world around you through a pictorial lens, a visual lens. The next is second order design. And this is often where most people pigeonhole design, the design space. And this is person to object space. In other words, what is your interaction? And I'm going to go person to symbol. Person to objects, what is your interaction with objects around you, sort of ergonomic feel, the feel of the phone that you hold in your hand, of the pens that you work with, the video camera that I'm using now, the light switches, all of this are the sort of tactile pieces. And when I'm talking about an object, this is really what we're talking about. It's referred to as second order design. Then we have what's referred to as third order design, which even goes a little further. And this now relates to person to person. This is where things like services and experience design and those things come into the fore. Now we're looking at the interaction, the human interaction that occurs between individuals. And that could be within a physical environment or it can be within a digital type of environment. Those are still services and it's person to person related. And then the final one we're looking at is what's referred to as fourth order. I'm going to do a bit of a... And the fourth order is really person to system. Now don't get this confused with a technical system. This is person to a system as in a broader ecosystem. As a matter of fact, let's call that ecosystem. So what this means is right up at this level is the transportation grid, sustainability. Let's get rid of poverty, let's get rid of crime. All of those things are what would be classified as a fourth order design challenge. So you can see it's pretty broad, and you can always expect that whatever order you come in at, you will always need the orders below it. So if I come in at person-to-person service design, I'm possibly going to need some types of products and objects that I might want to interact with, where I wrap a service around it. And I'm also going to need some sort of visual user experience type of thing that I would need to visually appeal to my users and how they interact with my system, interact with my product. Even little things like what I write on my second order stuff is also a first order type of challenge. So you can see that design can be applied here. It is simpler to do, but it's also, well, how do we create stuff that convey meaning to particular individuals? I mean, you see it when you walk around, even a door. Sometimes, you know, the strangest sort of conflict you have on a door, you have a little sign that says push, but it's actually got a handle that you have to grasp. So you can see there's a conflict, all right, between a first order principle, which says, here's a door, and you must push it in order to open it, but also a second order challenge, in which is it's actually got a handle, which implies that I grab it and I pull it. So you can see there's a conflict between the two orders. So that's why design, even down at that level, is important as you're trying to get the interaction of people with objects and symbols and all the rest of it to work effectively. Personally, I like to work up in this space, which is this extremely complex space. You can bring multiple pieces coming together, but you can see the mindset, knowledge set, skill set that you actually need within that space and tool set, right, is vastly different than what I would need down here. So it's a bit of a journey to get up to the fourth order space, but you can see these are the orders of design and the orders of problems, and I'll be touching on those as we progress through the modules. Thank you.